What's up, guys? I don't really know what the point of this video is. I'm just kind of wanted to thank people for supporting me. It's not all about money. It's just, I know I've been talking a lot about quitting lately, or at least, scaling back how often I put things up. And, I've gotten people saying, that they would miss me if I was gone, and, they know that I've been putting in a lot of work on this and stuff, and, that's the kind of thing that really helps me keep going, money's nice, some people, get lucky, they get some oil prince to donate like $5,000 to them or something, and that's what keeps them going. But for me, it's just the fact that people still actually, care about the niche stuff that I do on here. As YouTube, at least the gaming section of YouTube, has really changed for the worst, in my opinion. It's like just a lot of clickbait, a lot of people playing stuff just because it brings in views, and, they've kind of just lost, they've lost their passion for gaming, in my opinion. Some of those guys that are successful still are, passionate about what they do. They just happen to play the most popular, hottest stuff out. But, it's pretty obvious a lot of them are just doing it because, it pays the bills. And, sometimes that's what you have to do in life. But, it keeps me going, as someone who's doing this by himself, with very little support, aside from, my family and stuff like that. The one Patreon backer that I have. It's just, I just wanted to thank people for, sticking around. I know things have been boring lately. I know the computer's been fixed lately, but now I'm kind of having the capture card issues, which, I was reluctant to ask for help with that. Mainly just on the basis of, Basara 4 is going to be pretty much the last stylish action game on the PS3. The thing is, it's already pretty much at the end of its lifespan. They're pretty much doing the PS3 version of Sumeragi because, it would be a PR disaster to make that game PS4 only when, at its core, it's pretty much just a remaster for the PS4 with some added stuff. It's a lot better than a lot of the other remasters out there, but, I was kind of reluctant to ask for help for it, but, I've had some people approach me and say, that they would want to help me. So what I'm probably going to be doing is, I'm really low on money right now. It is the end of the month at the time of recording. By the time you see this, I should have my money for the month, and maybe I'll be able to do something. But it's more a matter of me just finding a day when I can just sit down and just play for several hours. It depends on how many people show up. Obviously, I'm not trying to raise a couple grand. I'm not trying to go to a GDQ event or, buy a new computer or anything. I'm pretty much setting my expectations low. I'm just trying to get a new capture card so that I can do, Basara 4 Sumeragi for you guys. Maybe PS4 stuff in the future, provided that I'm, still active. If I'm still, if I haven't completely quit YouTube at that point, it would be nice to have. I already looked on Amazon. It looks like it'll be roughly about 150, 155 to get it here with, shipping in a timely manner. I want to make sure, I don't pay for, the poverty like $5 shipping that's going to get here in like a month with no tracking number. I'm pretty sure I will be able to get that, be it if people help me or not. It will be a bit of a stretch, but I've heard nothing but good things about the Elgato. I think it'll be good. In terms of like the Summer of Style, I have to admit the only game that I'm expecting out of those three, I guess you can call them, big blockbuster releases for the niche stuff that I do, is Basara. Obviously, DMC4 Special Edition. The problem with playing that game and trying to grow an audience off it is it's going to be released in Japan on the console a week before the PC version is, and obviously the PS4 being region free, there are probably some hardcore action game fans out there that I don't know of that are probably going to import it and, put out all the stuff that, gets all the views, like the cutscenes and stuff. So, honestly, I'm not really too optimistic about that game really growing this channel. However, Basara is definitely going to be the one that I'm going to be working the hardest on because the Summer of Style is pretty much my Hail Mary for actually trying to get a decent sustainable amount of income off this channel. I know I'm most well known for that lately, a lot more than the Koei stuff. The last Koei game that I did was, not counting Tokiden, which is not a Musou game, was Samurai Warriors 4, and I've worked pretty hard in that game, but I didn't like it. I had a lot of people leave because I don't know. I guess people just expect me to blindly like Koei games, but unfortunately, that's not the case. They don't give me the games for free. I pay for them with my own money, and if I don't like them, that's just the way it is. I know Basara 4 was a pretty big, I guess, exposure boost for my channel last year. I wasn't really expecting it to perform that well, but there weren't a whole lot of people doing the stuff that I did. I went all in on the guides and the balance changes and the walkthroughs and stuff like that, and I'm planning to do that again this time around, so we'll see what happens. Probably at some point later this week, I'll have to set aside a day where I can just pretty much just sit on my bed and just play like almost all day. I'll probably go get like some pizza leftovers, some drinks and some snacks and stuff, and probably just take a couple short breaks during the little marathon. But yeah, it looks like the milestone is going to be about $150, so we'll see what happens. But in any case, I just wanted to thank people. I will have to apologize in advance if I end up quitting. At this point, my self-esteem, my morale, and my stress level is a big part of why I've considered quitting. But it's also just the harsh reality of I'm really not making a lot of money doing this, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm going to have to get a PS4 at some point. And I'd really like to get this channel, if I'm going to continue doing this, I'd like to get it to the point where it can sustain itself, or, if I can just, save up for a couple months and get something like a PS4 and, not have to ask for help, ask for financial help from my viewers. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to continue doing it. I mean, I love making videos. I've met a lot of awesome people through this channel. It's just the grim reality of it is I can't really afford a $400 console with how little I make. Also, all the money I have to put back into the channel, just on new games, things like my XSplit license, things like that. Sometimes I do put some of that money into giveaways as well. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I'm gonna try my hardest to keep things going throughout the summer. I have to admit, a big chunk of it is dependent on getting that new capture card, because I really don't have the patience to sit here and do a rain dance or a seance with this Roxio capture card just to get it to work once. We'll see what happens with that, but thanks to everybody who supported me. It's not even about money, even though my views have pretty much dwindled down to like the double-digit numbers lately. The fact that, at least like 20 people still watch what I put up is what keeps me going. I've been dealing with a lot of depression about this, I don't know how to put it in a non-modest way, but it's just, and you put your heart and soul into something, and you do it every day, and you work really hard on it, and, it's just not doing well. It's pretty much a failure. It's really hard to keep going, and that's what I've been dealing with the past couple months. Just the fact that at least some people still do care about what I put up is what's been motivating me to put up something on a daily basis. So we'll see what happens. I guess my link is in the description, but what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to give back something to the people who may or may not help me with this capture card. I'm probably going to do a really long fundraising events. Like I said, I'm not really trying to get like a couple grand here. It's just going to be like 150 to get an Elgato capture card. And in the event that I do come back, if I do quit, if I do return, probably when I get a PS4, they are starting to get some pretty nice stuff on there. I kind of want to check out Oni-chan Bara. Probably a DMC5 is probably going to be announced at some point this year. And that may or may not be a PS4 exclusive. Depends on Capcom's in pretty dire straits too. They're a big corporation, and they're kind of going through the same thing that I'm going through right now. They just can't feasibly fund doing all this stuff if not a lot of people are going to buy it, and the market is shifting towards a lot of things that aren't really super popular right now, like mobile games and the whole interactive movie stuff, which they've never really been good at. At least not lately, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably stay tuned to my channel. I'll be posting another one of these filler videos announcing when I'm going to be doing the fundraising stream sometime in the near future, probably this week. It's kind of just a matter of when I can, set aside the time to just make sure I've got a fridge full of junk food, and I've got like a Neuro Bliss to help me get through it, and we'll see what happens. Peace.